At my sister's 300-guest wedding, Mom lifted her glass and asked me, "So, when's your turn?" I said, "8 months ago. You were invited." Your favorite daughter tossed the invitation in the trash. The Montgomery estate smells like pine and cinnamon, but it might as well be formaldehyde. I stood in the center of the living room, my fingers gripping a cream-colored gift box wrapped in silk ribbon, and I couldn't stop staring at what was inside. A lifetime VIP membership to Last Chance Love, an app explicitly marketed to desperate singles over 30. And beneath it, a hardcover book with raised gold lettering, How to Find Happiness When You Die Alone. As the fire roared in the marble fireplace behind me, and snow fell in thick, silent sheets outside, Bella giggled. The sound was high and sharp, echoing off the vaulted ceiling like breaking glass. "I saw it on TikTok," my sister said, her voice dripping with false sweetness. The reviews were amazing. 5 stars for women who've given up on traditional dating. I didn't look up. I kept staring at that horrible pink app card, at the cartoon illustration of a wilting flower that was supposed to represent women like me. Women who've supposedly expired. "Take it, dear." My mother's voice cut through the room. Trinity Montgomery sat perched on the ivory settee, her posture so rigid she could be carved from the same marble as the fireplace. "Bella's just worried about your future. Don't let your ego turn you into a spinster forever." My father said nothing. Richard Montgomery stood near the bar cart, swirling bourbon in a crystal tumbler, studying the amber liquid like it held answers he wasn't interested in sharing with me. His business partner, Harrison Sterling, shifted uncomfortably in the leather armchair beside him. Preston Sterling, Bella's fiancé, examined his phone with sudden, intense focus. I closed the box slowly. My hands didn't shake, though something inside my chest felt like it was cracking open. 8 months. It's been 8 months since I sent those invitations. Since I spent 3 evenings at my dining table in Austin, selecting the perfect cardstock, tying velvet ribbons by hand. 300G weight. The kind that whispers quality when you hold it. Nate had watched me from the doorway, his arms crossed, his expression careful. "Are you sure you don't need to call them?" he'd asked. I'd smoothed another ribbon, my fingers working the silk into a perfect bow. "They're my parents. They wouldn't miss this." The memory sat in my throat like a stone. I delayed the ceremony for 30 minutes, staring at those 2 empty chairs in the front row. Reserved for Dad. Reserved for Mom. The signs I'd painted myself on small wooden plaques, decorated with wildflowers, because my mother had once mentioned she liked daisies. That was 7 years ago, but I remember. I remember everything they forgot. "Well, Bella," Bella leaned forward on the sofa, her blonde hair cascading over one shoulder in a calculated tumble. Her engagement ring caught the firelight, a 3-carat diamond that cost more than my entire wedding. "Aren't you going to say thank you?" The words stuck in my throat. Part of me wanted to scream. Part of me wanted to run out those massive oak doors like I'd done so many times before. Drive back to the airport. Fly home to Austin, where Nate is probably heating up leftover Thai food and wondering if I'm okay. But I'm so tired of running. Harrison Sterling cleared his throat. "Perhaps we should move on to dinner," he suggested, his voice carefully neutral. "I believe the caterers have everything ready in the dining room." Bella's smirk widened. She knew she'd won this round. She always does. Except this time something inside me didn't break. It snapped. Not my heart, which has been breaking in this house since I was old enough to understand that some children are treasured and others are tolerated. No, what snapped was something harder. The chains I've been dragging around for 29 years. The ones labeled good daughter and second best. And maybe if you try harder. I look up. My eyes meet Bella's and I watch her triumphant expression falter just slightly. There's something in my face she doesn't recognize. Something cold and clean and final. "Thank you, Bella," I say.